law school and business school is it helps me really relate to the guys I work with, because as an agent, you're dealing with basketball issues, legal issues, and business issues, and kind of the footing I developed at the University of Michigan really prepared me well for that.
People talk about the 89 team, talk about Fab 5.
I would say more Fab 5. Probably because of the ESPN special that came out. I mean, a lot of my players watch that and talk about that quite often. But when I wear my ring around, then they start talking about the '89 championship team.
You think people forget this '89 team a little bit? Is it overlooked in college basketball?
Maybe a little bit. The building we won it in no longer exists. So that dates it a little bit. But I think I think all of us still hold it so close. It's a special thing in our life.
When you think back on that time, what was maybe the one moment that stands out? Is it just the end with the free throws, or is something earlier that maybe we didn't see?
To me, the moment is when we were all in the locker room and Bo Schembechler came in on a foggy, rainy Ann Arbor day in his trench coat with his derby hat and his cane, and came into the locker room and gave the I want a Michigan man to coach this Michigan team speech, and all of us just wanted to run through the locker room wall. I mean, it was a Newt Rockne-esque type, pep talk. But to me, that was the moment that catapulted us into the tournament.
Do your players remember that you played? I mean, do they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they'll still pull up clips on YouTube and make fun of my John Stockton shorts that I was wearing in '89.
Can't make fun of the jumper.
The jumper was wet. Yeah, they can't make fun of it.
You've envisioned in '89, because it sort of came out of the blue, what Michigan basketball is now. There was a long stretch where, obviously, things went off the tracks. You would have thought it would be better this year?
I think the heritage from the '89 championship team and the Fab 5 era, I think was so strong that you knew that it would get back to kind of a pinnacle place that it's in now. I think a lot of the main programs go through some highs and lows along the way. You can say that about others, and I've always had confidence that we'd be a top 20 program. Coach has done a great job solidifying that in this last run.
How much do you watch this group now with you?
I watch a ton of college basketball just because of my job. So I'm a hoop junkie. I've probably caught about 10 games this year. Love it.
Offense you could have run into.
What's that?
It's an offense you could have run into.
Absolutely, yeah. I've scouted it heavily.
What do you like best about this team, the way they play right now?
I think it's really a group. You don't have like a star player that gets all the plays or all the touches. It seems like any given night, someone else could, this particular guy could stand out. They're just kind of like an old school group that plays as a team. It's fun to watch.
How big of a difference do you think that is? Because, back then when you guys played, it was more of a team. It was more of a role players and things like that. Now, the media focuses on one player, two players, something like that. Do you see a huge difference in that from when you guys played?
Yeah, it seems like Coach Beilein has made a really concerted effort to make sure that this is like a team place, just by the way he's defined the culture here. With the one and done sort of mentality that sometimes you see in college basketball, you don't see that as much as you used to back when we played. So I think it's kind of a throwback style, but it works. They win. It proves itself.